Hello, all you beautiful people. We have a new patch, which means a new video going deep into what the new patch is going to cover. Just based off the cover, it looks like there's Raze nerfs and Killjoy gets introduced. I did another video on Killjoy, the agent. I'll link so you guys can check it out as well. Also, it's introducing act ranks, which I did another video on, so crazy. I'm just all over it today. But another thing that I've been kind of hoping that they were going to introduce because I really wanted to see it was free-for-all deathmatch, just really necessary portion of the game to warm up and get frags. And I've had to use other games to warm up for competitive in this game. So the fact that they introduced FFA Deathmatch, though it says it's in beta, I'm still really excited about it. So they're saying act ranks go live, super duper exciting. There's the dedicated post, which I did a video on. There's some competitive changes, matchmaking adjustments, and Raze showstopper gets tuned and blast pack damage drops. Oof, so they nerf Sage as well. Alright, let's get into it. So agent updates, they introduced Killjoy, which I did a whole video on, but long story short, if you guys don't want to go watch that video, which shame on you, but Killjoy is kind of a shutdown, lockdown, similar to Cypher, but with the ability to deal damage with her abilities as well as kind of lockdown angles that otherwise she couldn't hold down or one person couldn't normally hold down, which is kind of cool. Based on the preview videos that they did on her, it doesn't look like she's terribly overpowered. Her abilities seem to be relatively balanced, but again, only time will tell. Someone will find something broken, right? That's kind of the situation. So then we have Raze. So let's see what they did. Showstopper, they increased the equip time to from 1.1 to 1.4, so it means that it's going to take longer for her to shoot her gun, which is good. It means she can't just like, she's less likely to run into a situation where she ults and then jumps around the corner and kills you. It's going to take a little bit longer for that to happen. Um, and then the quick equip time, which I think is the time that it takes for her to holster and then unholster it, is a little bit higher. They reduced the visual effects while firing the rocket, and they reduced the trail, so it's going to be easier to see as well. Because right now, if you looked at it, it just is a lot. There's a lot going on there. Um, so I'm interested to see what that looks like in game. And then the lethality of Raze's Showstopper. So they made a couple of changes. To provide enemies more time to plan when they hear that audio cue fire in the hole, which gives me nightmares. Let's see, they reduced the damage from blast packs, which I think is really good. They reduced it to 50 from 75. That means that her double blast packs can't get a kill on a full health opponent. And now the damage to objects is consistent at 600, right? um, which is good. So that means that you really use the blast packs the way that they're intended, which is to break her wall, right? Which is good. Now we get into the nitty gritty of the competitive. I haven't really read all the way through this, but they did add act ranks, which I have done a video on. But again, it's just another way to prevent people from peaking. So it's kind of like a way to get you to continue to play even after you've maxed your rank. Um, and this is covering all of that, right? Going over your initial placement, over your performance, over pre-made sizes, all that stuff that they kind of already covered in the act rank when talking about where your placement would be. But long story short, you're going to place lower than you are actually ranked. So if you're normally Diamond 1, you're gonna place in Plat 2, right? Like in that range. And then they expect you to climb back up to Diamond 1. They expect you to climb back up into it instead of just placing you above your current level. They're placing you below it and letting you kind of win a series of games after the fact to see how you can get there. Um, so they did some changes to the rank indicators on loss, which I really wanted to see because some games you lose and you're like, oh man, like I played really well, but I had like two really bad teammates, and so it's nice to see how much elo you lost. They haven't really produced like a number the way that like say League of Legends has, where they say you lost this many LP or whatever they call it these days. Um, which is I think it would be nice to have that, but this is definitely trending in the right direction. So one arrow down for slightly decreased, two arrows down for decreased, and three arrows down for greatly decreased, which I think all in all kind of good. I think that that's a step in the right direction because, like I said, sometimes I lose a game and I want to know how much did that hurt me, right? Um, so this is leading to issues where players may have had a really rough game and then win several games and not rank up. So this will help kind of figure that out for us. Match history will now show rank you went into the match with for that game versus the rank you ended that game with, which is good. Again, just adding more information for our brains. And you can view your friends' career tab, which is cool. You'll be able to see how other people are doing. You can see your friends' rank, act rank, and match history. Custom games now allow the leader to select your target game pod location and see players ping to that game pod. Oh, okay, so you can actually pick where the custom game is located, like server wise, which that's actually really cool because I played on some servers where it was just whoever hosted was the person that got to pick the game pod. And if you're on the East Coast and someone was playing West, then your ping was higher. It was a whole problem. So it's nice. Um, so that seems to be the biggest thing that they went over, right? That and like performance having a larger impact on your earlier games, so don't hop into competitive without warming up, otherwise you're going to regret it. So let's go over deathmatch really quickly. So you're gonna have a 10-player free for all, which is really nice. First 30 kills, time limit is 6 minutes, so really short, just warm up rounds. No abilities, sick. Um, you load in as a random agent that you own. You can buy whatever weapons you want. Heavy armor is given automatically. Killing enemies drops health kicks. Uh, so it fully restores your health and armor, and it automatically reloads your weapon. So not a lot of like strategy into it. It's literally just frag out. Just do as much as you can, which is really cool. And all enemies are periodically revealed on the minimap, which is nice because then that means no campers, which is amazing, or less campers. It's in beta, so expect a lot of that to change from time to time. Um, that's cool. I'm really kind of excited for that because I've been looking for a way to warm up that isn't hopping into an unrated game and committing 30 to 40 minutes just to warm up when I just want to like practice shooting. And practice mode is great, but nothing beats like shooting other people kind of thing. Um, Arriving mid-patch, your rotation store offers will stop including things you already own. Okay, cool. Thanks. Bug fixes. There's a lot here, so I'm gonna go over as much as I can with you. So there's an owl drone. The owl drone bug that was causing the drone to rotate slowly has been fixed. Um, so they fixed an issue with Reyna not getting the overheal all the way, or not getting full health if she overheal started to decay, which is kind of cool. I mean, like I never ran into that issue as Reyna, but I have seen people that have had that problem. It's not massively game breaking, but it's nice that they fixed it. Um, so they fixed near sighting on Viper and Phoenix walls, which is cool. So blinds are gonna apply a little bit better. They did a hot fix where Phoenix could plant the spike off the bomb site if he finished planting after ran it back ended. Oh, okay. That's not something I ever saw happen, but I'm sure that would have been really obnoxious if that did happen. Um, Fixed an exploit spamming inspect with a macro could cause server lag. Cool. Thanks for fixing that. Game modifier cheats now notify all chat when any player toggles them. Cool. Moderators tournament mode. Game modifiers. Cool. They fixed a minimap bug where the minimap would not correctly rotate on side swap rounds. Okay. Fix some inconsistencies, resolve some issues with incorrect rank. Um, Resolved issue where rating adjustment indicators show on hover. Okay, so they fixed a bunch of bugs, right? Nothing, mostly quality of life stuff. The two big ones really are, or the three big ones are right here. Four big ones. Sorry, counting is hard. So Sova's owl drone, Reyna, and fixing the near sighting and the hotfix with Phoenix ulti. Everything else is just kind of quality of life for the most part. Um, cool. So I mean that's the new patch. I was on the Valorant Twitter earlier, and it looks like there were some breaks with the map Ascent and with Raze in general, so they had to disable her. I don't know how long that's going to be up for, um, or why she's disabled, but I'm interested to see what happens. So I will get back to you on that. All right. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please subscribe, hit that like button. Let me know what you think the biggest change in this patch is, and what you think of the Raze nerfs and the new agent Killjoy. Thanks for watching.